All right, you groovy grasshoppers. It's Thursday, 10 o'clock here in the multi-universes, universe of the universes, the universal universes. Everybody's doing well. All right, so before nobody's here yet, but we'll get chatting about. Here's a question I have for you: like, how do you win a debate, like these political debates? Would they have DeSantis and what's her name up there? Is like is there a scorecard or? I think those are the most useless things on the planet, like, especially with politicians. They don't, if you do the fact check on it, most of the stuff they say isn't true. So they're just up there lying. So, Mimsy, you magical creature. How are you? Good morning to you. I think, I guess, have we done a show? Maybe I haven't. I think because it was during the weekend when I had the snowstorm here. So Saturday night, we actually had a charity game at the Hummocks. Technically, that's in Larchmont, New York, but it's for the Mamaroneck Youth Hockey Association. And there's been that big storm was going on, and it was just raining in Mamaroneck. As soon as I crossed over into the Connecticut border started snowing pretty good. So next morning, I went out to, was I going to the gym? I can't remember where I was going. And George Schlurth, how are you? Magical creature. I hope your morning walks have gone. Nobody's been complaining. Well, I think it's getting colder, so everybody's closed their windows now. So they, it's amazing that I had a stretch there where I had 3 older women will come to me with all the things I needed to do to make their lives better. I really don't know them that well. It's just knock on the door. Well, Tom, I had the window open and you're talking at 3:53 in the morning. So, I'm told I'm a good listener. I really don't think that's true, but I was told I was a good listener. Barry Shelley. Oh, thanks, brother. That's you magical creature. Yes. Steve Baker's a good guy, very intelligent guy. Doing a lot of good stuff. We did a show with Andy Sutton yesterday. We recorded one. I know he wasn't that big a name of a player, but really interesting story how he was just kind of up until his junior, finally his senior in college at Michigan Tech, that he really took off and had like 16 offers. He was a free agent, so he could go where he wanted to. But he's got a company called Vrabo, I think it's called. It's an equipment company, all custom-made equipment, hockey equipment. And what an intelligent guy. I actually said to him on the show, you played hockey, man? You're too intelligent for that. Dog Ozzy says hello. Yeah, cutie. I saw a picture of Ozzy. Yes. Danny thought I was saying he was cute. But no, the dog's cute. What was I talking about? I was talking about debates. So then so Sunday after the snowstorm, there's a little hill going down to my car from my, where I parked my car, and landed right in it was all slippery. Like the snow was so wet that I just, I was going real slow, figuring, okay, it'll take my time. But I was packing down the snow because I was going so slow, and then it just turned into ice, not ice, but really slippery. So right in my rear end. And it's funny too, the male ego kicks in. I wasn't worried about if I hurt myself. It was just my ego. I wanted to look around, make sure nobody was watching. I did that a couple of years ago too. Banged up my arm pretty good. But let me see. Yeah. Between Thomas through the whole show was of them complimenting you. You must have felt great. No, Barry, I don't pay attention to that stuff. It's, how humble I am. How humble I am. All right. So before I forget, we will be doing our first event up at the Roscoe Mountain Club, January 29th, 30th, and 31st. We were targeting for get a corporation up there. That's during the week. That's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The idea is that I did not realize this, but the people up there, it made sense too, that the businesses would rather have the event during the week because it'd be hard to have their employees up, take time off on the weekend away from their families. So instead, just do it up there during the week, and we'll leave time for them to get some work done during the day. They've got a good cell tower up there right on the grounds that they lease out to Verizon. So the cell service is fantastic. So people will work from there and do seminars. So it'll be team building, motivation. We'll have a cooking class up there. Molly Morgan from Binghamton, New York. She's worked for the Ottawa Senators before. Really intelligent. She like the understanding of what are healthy foods and how to cook those healthy foods. So it'll be a whole. Again, we want people to go up there when they leave to then feel like, wow, that was fun. It was a beautiful location, out in the fresh air, whole different world. You just don't even living here. It was all crowded. Traffic and everything. Up there, it's just quiet, peaceful, views of the mountains. There's hiking trails up there. So that'll be the first event, January 29th, 30th, and 31st. Um, we had hold on here. What is Curtis? Curtis. Tom, 14 years near here in Heartland, going to some snow this weekend. Yeah, I heard it's gonna be really cold. Yeah. Well, see, I'm going to try to get out there only about 40 minutes from me. Oh, good. Okay, we'll see you up there. Yes, love to see you up there, Barry. We've never met. We almost did one time. I was up at the in Binghamton and had to get out of there. Barry was coming over. I think that I got a hold of him. I had to get out of there early. You felt good. Yeah, that is a good thing about it. When you fall down and don't get hurt, especially as you're getting older. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm in shape. Yeah. So we had this event on Saturday night. Jack Smith. You see, I just showing yesterday called Boomer Geo and Boomer. We couldn't have said any better about Jack. Martindale being a leaker in the trust guns. Oh, you called in to Boomer? Yeah, they were all over that story. Yeah, that's like, why would you do that stuff? It's like you're going to get. I think it's supposed to be this team atmosphere. I kind of was blaming. What's his name? The head coach there at first, but then I found out all the details going on behind the scenes. Yeah, he did the right thing. You can't have that. You can't have leaks in you. You want to be able to trust those people you're working with. So, all right. So the Saturday night, then this past Saturday night, we had a alumni game, a charity game at. We didn't talk about this. That's right. So it's at the Homics in Mamaroneck for the Mamaroneck Youth Hockey Association and for multiple sclerosis as well. I mean, a very wonderful woman that was running. Dana was, I can't remember her last name. Dana Miele, I think it was Miele. Very nice person. They put on quite a show. So Bruce Brangers, a good friend of mine who helped me get started actually in the whole True Good Life world. He put on this event and did a great job. And again, the weather wasn't fantastic, but the place was still pretty much packed. Doesn't hold a lot of people. It was like 200 or 300 people, something like that. And so what they do is those kind of games, they go to guys that want to play in the game. They have to raise a certain amount of money. They raised $70,000 for this event, so that was pretty good for those events. And I hadn't skated about a year, and I'm in great shape. I feel great. It's just that these kids were pretty good. There's a lot of good hockey players, so I sat in the bench the whole time, just made fun of everybody. I have the glove on. I have the whistle on my glove from coaching. So during the game, if it's an offside, it looks like it's close to an offside, I'll blow the whistle, trying to confuse everybody. The funny thing was, so the only guy I confused was our goaltender. He stopped playing because he heard the whistle and it scored on us. I didn't warn him that I was doing that, so we had to clarify. That was pretty funny anyway, so we would blast. Actually, we had a woman won the right, I think it's a raffle, I guess, won the right to try to shoot the puck the length of the ice and put it through the small hole in this board. And the first time she didn't get like 6 feet. So I got the crowd was doing it, but I got into chanting like one more time. And it was to win $100,000 car. And the guys that were in charge from the car dealership were there. And one guy that was in charge wasn't going to let her shoot it again. And technically, he didn't have to let her go again. But I kept the chant going to the point where the whole building was, chanting one more time. And he finally goes, all right, go ahead. And she wasn't going to put it in anyways, but it's pretty funny. So good event by Brian Gerst, the Rangers, local Youth Hockey Association there in Mamaroneck. So a lot of the mothers are doing a good job selling raffle and stuff and all kinds of items. So raising money again for a great cause for the Youth Hockey Association and for multiple sclerosis. So that was very cool. Let me see. Yeah. Let's see. Goof T's from Georgia and the Jersey guy. And that guy, maybe Jack, is in the witness protection program. Yeah. That's a fun. I love listening to those guys in the morning. They're funny. When they get the whole, like Eddie Scazzeri and Jerry, I can't remember, and Al Dukes, they get all 5 of them together. They're hilarious. Eddie Scazzeri's got those hot takes, I guess they call them, whatever. So he tapes things the guys that said it in the past, and he puts them in there at the most inappropriate time. And it's just hilarious. And like if there's ever like an attractive woman to have on the show, he'll have a tape of Boomer going, nice cans or nice jugs or something like that. So Boomer will be having this, intelligent, professional conversation all of a sudden here, and it's his voice. And so, but it's not him saying it at that time. Man, it's funny. That's one of the funniest parts of the show. Then they have the take of the day and all that. They're good, and they're good at, what they're really good at too is when there's not much going on in sports, they'll get into talking about poop or something like that, which I know is Tracy's favorite topic. Where is Tracy, by the way? Where is Tracy? Did you get a chance to watch women's hockey yet? No, I have not. I saw some highlights of it. The girls are great. Really good. We had 4 women playing in this charity game on Saturday night as well. So they're good players. Yeah, one young girl, Christine Ye, she plays on the Taiwan national team, and she was very sweet and cute. And they're really kind of shy. We're sitting beside each other on the bench. She goes, "Can you tell me what I need to do to?" So I was paying attention, watching her play, and she really was conscientious. Like it's a charity game, but she was back checking hard and everything, trying to be in the right place. She just needs to work on her offense part of the game. It's just a confidence thing. So very cute. Let me take her to a Ranger game one of these days. Drops. That's right. Thanks, Jack. They call them drops. Yeah. Now they boomer with the quarterback. Phoenix and boomer drops a big Phoenix. It is funny. They always give Boomer a hard time for having a large junk down there. That Gio's pretty good. He makes fun of himself too. I guess there's a video or something on of some guy that kind of looked like Gio, and he was naked and he had like super small penis. See, he does all the imitations of it too. They had Bill Cowher on this morning. He was imitating Bill Cowher. He's good at it. I don't know if he's as good as Brian Boucher is, but he's close. He's up there. So we had that event on Saturday night. Went really well. That was fun. We had who else was there? Brian Mullen, Adam Graves on my team, myself, had Ron Greshner and the Mr. Congeniality, Chris Katsopoulos coaching. And then on the other side, they had Boo Nieves and Colton Orr. Fantastic event. Those are fun events because it's not, I think we lost like 10-8 or something like that. It's really, the kids that are playing, some of those games are really good players. Like I said, I was ready to go. I'm scared. We got a game coming up in April of Detroit that we got playing, so I'm going to get on the ice a little bit more. It's just, you don't skate for a while. You just feel like Bambi on ice. Oh, yes. Coaching changes. Bill Belichick's out in New England. Pete Carroll. That was kind of surprising when the Pete Carroll one. I kind of felt like the Bill Belichick that was just building for a while now. You knew that was going to happen. The Mike Vrabel in Tennessee too. Man, I thought he was a good coach. Wasn't he coach of the year a couple years ago? I'd be interested to see where everybody lands to. Let me see. Yeah. Talking about how big Kotze is now. He's a well-rounded man. Oh, God. Mr. Congeniality too. Kotze really is a fantastic guy. Like I told you, if we lived together my first year pro, his first year pro, and you're his friend, he'll die for you. But he also he's big on expressing his opinions. He feels that's an important part of life, which isn't is what everyone wants to do. Let me see. I would promote the women's game more. Get out to the shopping mall and introduce yourself. Okay, I'll do that. Gary Risling, good guy too. I don't know him that well, but yeah, I admire a guy like that really wasn't that talented player. Not a pretty man either, but he did what he had to do to stay in the National Hockey League. He could take on anybody. And he's small little guy, wasn't real big. Didn't bother him. He wanted to be in the NHL, and he had to do what he had to do. So. Okay, big news. We also switched gyms this past week. We're going to a smaller gym. It's a buddy of mine that owned it. Started the pandemic. He asked me to come in and work out there and help promote because he lost a lot of his clients. But it's a smaller gym. It's very nice. I mean, but so there's one here locally. We're here in Port Chester, New York. Well, Greenwich, right across the border in Port Chester, called Crunch. I like it. It's not all that pretty and all that kind of stuff. It's got all the equipment you need. It's kind of dirty and dingy a little bit, but so we're going there at 5:00. And a good crowd of guys and girls working out hard. There's some socializing going on. And I'll be socialized too. I'm the worst at it. I get talking. Get into a gym, like a setting like that or something. I just can't keep my mouth shut. Let me see. Nicky Clay, when Bill Belichick coached the Giants defense, told Nicky he would have been a great linebacker. Roger Bear said he was the best athlete. Yeah, Nicky's a good athlete. Yeah, no kidding. And he likes to tell everybody how good he is too. Oh, that's funny stuff. Where is she? Where is she? She's not on here. No way. She's afraid to come on. I think she was saying nice things about me recently. I think that's what she's afraid of. There she is. Oh my goodness. Wow. Tracy Marie is here. What? Comment. Oh, goodness. What a thrill this is. I'm speechless right now. Just like I might have to go take a poop. So excited to have Tracy back on the show. Poopy time. Yeah, Tracy will give me a hard time about the poop talk. And I'm listening to Boomer, and him and his partner Gio, they're talking about poop all the time. So I love this little thing, the face on there, the hand on the face, like, oh my God. It's not like that the oh my God thing, like, oh, I can't believe he's still saying all that stupid stuff. Oh, hello, Tracy Marie. Hello, Tracy Marie. Why don't you just suck up to her, Danny? Curtis, thanks for reminding me. Archie Henderson was on with Nyland, and it was great. Archie was a scout of 30 years and is married 44, and he and Gary was their buddies. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a big dude too. Yeah. Oh my God! Stop the madness. I've had some. I've started to drink a lot more coconut water, and it's a heck of a diuretic too, man. I've had some good poops. I didn't realize that coconut was such a good diuretic when we were on Survivor. I don't know, JC, if you know I was on Survivor or not. I know they're drinking. All we had was coconuts and rice. Man, woo, goodness. Goodness. Yeah. Keep the flowing. Better pack your long johns for the trip out west. Yeah, her is cold. So we'll be in Vegas on the 18th and 19th. We'll be at the game against the Knights on the 18th. Then we're going to Sphere on the 19th. And then going over to LA. So there's like 8 of us going to Vegas. It's more of a thank you for all the stuff we do with the Rangers and everything. So it's really nice. We're staying at Caesars. Tom shitting us. Oh, that's funny. The Thursday shit show. Yeah. Yes. So again, Vegas on the get into that one. Vegas. Trace, you want to go? Want to go to Vegas? We bring a guest actually too. So Adam Graves is going, Ron Greshner, Nick Fatillo, Darren Langdon, myself, Brian Mullins going as well. And then I'm going over. They've got bringing some season ticket holders over to LA. Okay, Trace, you're going. LA. So I'll be running into. We just did a podcast with the great Luke Robitaille, president of the Kings. Man, he's an impressive guy too. It's amazing. Some of the guys, the former players, have really done great stuff, like really intelligent stuff. Like listen to Luke talk about the plan he had for the organization, how the employees were going to speak to each other and to the fans and everything. Very thoughtful. It's like he really put a lot into it. He was a good player. He was a good-looking guy, but he was no partying. He had fun, but he was no partying all the time. He was really concentrating on his craft. Married. His wife, she was married to former an actor's son, actually. And I think he had a son, Steven, I think his name was. So he had a stepson. And then they got kids of their own as well. Let me see here. None of Risley and Hershey continued to fight in the hallway. None of his room. Risley walked in. Oh, that's funny. Yes, I just heard that on the fan, actually, that Buddy Harold's son, correct? Passed away, responsible for the existence of the freshman baseball in Long Island. And he played like long-time player with the Mets. Like, wasn't he a good player with the Mets too? No, that's too bad. Yeah, I think they were saying he was in the 70s, had suffered from dementia. What else is going on? Oh, okay. So then on today's Thursday. So it's Tuesday night. So we had the event on Saturday at Hummocks in Larchmont for the American Hockey Association. American Youth Hockey Association. And then Tuesday night, we were at the Garden at the Hulu Theater, or just in the lobby outside the Hulu Theater. So I guess the Rangers had an event like a month ago at Javits Convention Center, and they had a bunch of current players there and tons of people, fans. I think it's a lot of season ticket holders. And apparently the players had to leave, and some of the particularly kids didn't get the stuff signed that they wanted to. I think it was one of those deals that they're letting them get a bunch of stuff signed. Typically, those things where you got to get a lot of people through, it's like one signature and then they have to move on. So they kind of a make up to that. Tuesday night we're at. It's funny, I have all these events when the weather's terrible too. This rain was nasty. So we're at the outside the Hulu Theater. So they had the Breadman Panarin, and I can't remember. I think Schneider was there, and a couple other guys, younger guys, were there signing autographs. So they had me wandering through the crowd, being a total smart ass with my big mouth and everything. So It was fun though. You know, it's funny too. So I go up and I introduce myself, Tom Laidlaw, and you can tell, especially the younger people, they're trying to be polite and pretend that they really know who I am, and they don't. They weren't alive when I was playing. So then I'll explain who I am and everything. And I might slip in the fact that I was on Survivor. I try not to talk about that, as you know. But decided people are more fascinated with the Survivor thing than they are with my career. I mean, 25 goals in 11 years makes sense. So we chat and sign autographs. Young kids are funny. The young kids too, and the dad goes, he used to play for the Rangers. And they go, oh, really? Like, they're looking at me like, this guy's 100 years old. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. You're brave. Better stay at a different hotel. Tom, he's going to smell it place. No, my poops don't smell. They come out smelling like roses. A little plastic bag tied up with a bow and everything. My poops don't smell. Barry, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Pete Rose punched him in second base and some fans and Shea started throwing. Oh, is that right? Is that what that? I think I saw a video of that. Yeah. Signing August. Yes, I was on Survivor. Seriously, they do get more of a kick out of the Survivor thing than hockey. Okay, you played? How long ago was that? Like black and white TV? Let me see. Time I saw your Survivor podcast appearance. Great stuff. Yeah, we did a bunch of stuff before and after, like particularly geared towards Survivor. They've had a lot of former players that do Survivor. I should be podcast now too. But let's see. Went last year with my wife and going back this April for a week again. Hope to meet Darren Banks this time. Oh yeah, he's a host for the D and missed him last year. Darren Banks, I've seen him post a bunch of stuff that he's out there as well. Very, 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 very. Take a toilet plunger with you. I hand it to him to sign. That's one of the worst jobs is cleaning a toilet too. Just you're a man, like you live by yourself, and you're pooping all the time, staining the bowl, and hair and seats and all this kinds of stuff. Man, and you gotta plunge it. You gotta go back with some what's that? The lemony stuff that you spray in the toilet, and you gotta scrape it all down. You know, and if you don't flush it right away, if you ever if the poop doesn't go right down into the water and goes on the side, well, then it stains the side. You gotta flush it right away. So sometimes it's a double flush, and you do a courtesy flush. Then it stains the bowl, and then sometimes you don't use the toilet enough. Then it's got that water ring at the bottom. You got to scrape that off as well. Man, it's just you design a better toilet. Like, why is it like shaped like that? Why wouldn't it just be like go straight down so the poop doesn't hit the sides? Let me see. Yeah, what was the most autographs that a person asked you to sign? Usually it's I don't know which person exactly, but you get people hanging out at the hotels. They got the big books, and for me it wasn't I don't know, maybe 10 of them or something like that. But some guys they're usually pretty thoughtful and understand that the guys are going to get aggravated if they ask them to sign too much. So even if they have more, they will usually try to limit it. So that is now they got me thinking about that whole toilet situation. Let's design a better toilet. Jack puts a little island when he signs the name. Palm tree. My autograph's terrible. I actually got a stamp made. Where is it? I didn't end up using it. I thought it was a good idea. Like it's a signature. You actually do the signature, you send away, and they make your signature in the stamp. I thought, okay, that's better. It's going to be more cleaner. Everybody can read it. But then you can't do a stamp. And I thought about it after. I said, yeah, you really can't. I should go on Dancing with the Stars. There's no question. No question about it. So I mentioned Roscoe Mountain Club up in Roscoe, New York, January 29th, 30th, and 31st is our first presentation we'll put on. It's not limited to corporations, but the reason we did it during the week, it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if a corporation wants to send up like 10 employees or 15 or 20 for like a team building motivational thing, we'll have a when we come up there, Molly Morgan. Actually, we got a Zoom call. Mark and I do with her today. So she'll put on, like she said, I think she's a registered dietitian. I should be careful with that, but so she'll put on some stuff about how to cook healthy food, what healthy foods are, and how to cook them. I guess I buried the shit in this. Yeah, you do. That's right, Tracy. It's your fault. Yep. Morning, all. Keith, how you doing, you magical creature? Beautiful veteran. Shit a hole in the ground. Yeah. Ours are better. I think ours are better. Could be, when we were over in trying for the Canadian Infantry team, that story, we were in Czechoslovakia, and they didn't. They in the hotels there was no toilet. It was just a hole in the floor, and they had actually 2 footprints where you put your feet. I guess you could figure it out on your own. So, Tracy, anything you want. Anything you want, Tracy. I made my. Let me see. Yeah, I left my. But then again, he's gonna be better than me. Hold on, I'd laugh my ass off, but then again, he's got to be better than me. I think soon he's talking about me. There's some side conversation going on that I don't see. Let me see. Yeah, what is a pirate's favorite letter? R. Except when you're out to sea. As an agent, do any of your clients prefer to sign with teams in states with? Yeah, you know what? It's a big thing now. Again, people are making $10 million, but back when some guys would pay attention to it, but it wasn't that big of a deal because again, players weren't making $10 million. Again, it still was something, but it was kind of on the lower part of the list. I think things were important. They want to go to a good team, want to go to a place where they know they're going to play a lot. They want to win. That's most of the things with hockey players. But again, with all the accountants now and everything out there, and it's a big difference. You're talking like making $10 or $15 million a year. Not paying state tax makes a big difference. So that's like Steven Stamkos staying in Florida, in Tampa. He took probably less money than he could have got someplace else. But when you factor in the no state tax, that's one of the keys for like the CBA too. You think maybe they have an adjustment for those teams that do not have to pay state tax. But autograph collectors despise rubber stamps. Yeah, I when I thought about it after, I said that's not right. I can't do that. People want an autograph. It's not cool, so we don't do that. I do have a big pile of autograph stuff I got to sign and get out. In the 19th century, people must have smelled really bad. New York City is looking 19th century like now. Oh man! Oh, I saw that thing. The rats. I saw that video. Yeah. So a good point. So on Tuesday, I went into the city. It was raining bad. Usually, I'll take a train into Grand Central, walk over to Madison Square Garden. It's like a 20-minute walk. But it was raining so bad, I took the subway over. I hadn't been in the subway in a long time, man. It's gotten worse. Yeah, homeless people. I feel bad for them. There's a lot of mental health issues, but just overall, like, it's nasty down there. But I mean, people have to get around, and it's a convenient way of doing it. So I took the shuttle, the S train, the shuttle over from Grand Central to Times Square, and then took the 1 train right down to the Penn Station, so you don't have to get out at all in the rain. And it was nasty. Oh, look who is saying this. Danny, you only want to sign girls' body parts. I did threaten to sign a couple of kids' foreheads. They thought I was serious too. One kid was like, "No, do it." The other was like, "Oh yeah, let's do it." Tom was always a great signer. Yeah, it's part of the job. Part of the job. Danny Harris, music like that. What was Wally Quatten? Good signing. Good signing. Beezer loves himself. He signed autographs for himself. I love himself so much. Let me see here. Vote in de Blasio and Adams, and that is what you get, like Chicago. Yeah. The city. I love going to the city. There's some fantastic parts of the city, but when you get into Times Square, subways, as a young woman, I wouldn't want to be walking around there by myself. I guess as long as it's really crowded, you're less likely to get picked out of the crowd. But how do we know this, Tracy? Come on now, do tell. How do we know? What? Come on, let's go. Disclosure. Disclose, not disclose. Disclosure. This is why I like to put it. Oh man, I like to get just victimized. Like I like to get just piled on, like kicked in the groin and everything by Tracy. He just like attacks me. You act like a woman at times. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Tracy. Beezer was quirky. He never signed when he was in that. It's kind of hard for him to sign an autograph where he's in that. He's got the equipment on and the gloves. Jessica Danahy, how are you? Good morning. Let me see here. What did you get signed? I never got. I don't know if I've ever asked for an autograph. Maybe even Bobby. I met Bobby Hull. What do people actually like? They get the napkin signed. Like I had one. Well, actually, one woman wanted me to sign 10 napkins for all her grandkids and everything the other night. I wonder if they really. What would they do? Like, does the kids get them? Do they keep that, or it's a nice gesture? So it kind of shows that you were thinking about the grandkids. Dickie should market to sell. Nicky Hatchet, he used to carry a 73. He used to make fortune. He'd make fortune. Yeah. Yeah. So Nicky taking the subways and the trains to get from Staten Island in the city to skate, he would have he tells us he'd have an axe in his bag. I don't know what Nicky's stories though. I mean, do we believe all that stuff? Really? Like that Bill Parcells told me he's great, he could have been a football player. So we really don't know that's true, right? Yeah. We really don't know that's true. Tracy, I'll order a custom printed toilet paper for use Tom's face on it. Have a sign it for. Good job, Barry. Seriously, we got to work on that toilet though. That whole now that we're thinking about it, or I'm thinking about it, it's designed poorly. Yeah, I wonder if the people that make the toilets also make the stuff, the plungers and all that kind of the brushes to clean that too. So they figure, okay, let's make it the toilet so it's like it's going to get dirty. It has to get dirty. So now we can sell all the stuff to clean the toilet. That's probably it. Yeah, probably it. Because you think, okay, so how many people you got? Unless you're sitting, you got to put yourself exactly in the right spot so the poop goes straight down into the hole there. If it doesn't, otherwise you're cleaning. There's nothing more. Like how about if you've got a big one, and even when you flush, it's like a tire track going down the side of the toilet there. Man. Let me see here. I know you didn't want Reggie Jackson. Nah, he was a jerkwad. There's no reason for it. Nobody's doing anything to him. We were all, I think he was jealous because getting more attention than he was. I mean, some restaurant in the city after a game. Why is there something wrong with me? Because it's obvious. Listen, the toilet was not designed properly, and there's a reason behind it. They designed it the way they wanted to design it, so we'd have to buy all the stuff to clean the toilet. So they're just going straight down into the hole, flush it, end of story. End of story. So Tom Smith that does is the producer for the Full Change podcast, which is on all podcast platforms. Please like, share, listen, and comment, particularly on Apple for us. That'd be great. He has a bidet in his house. He brags about how great it is. Ooh. I don't know about that. And again, that's one of those things too. So you got to get it in the right spot. Like, what if the water's spraying up between your legs or off your butt cheek? I don't know about those things. Kind of, it's more of a thing for women, right? Like the cleanliness, everything. Okay, what do we got here? I had the opportunity to fly the Rangers a few times. Mr. Brian Duffy. Everyone was very good about signing pucks. Yeah. That's a big thing. I hear that a lot when you're out now, how hockey players are so much better than the other athletes as far as just treating people normally and not feeling like there's something special. And I think it's kind of a source of pride amongst the hockey community where, we don't view, I'm special, but most people don't view that they're special and better than anybody else. They just treat people like normal human beings. So I think if people that haven't been around hockey players, it kind of surprises them at first, but excuse me, that's a burp there. Came out the other end, not a poop. It was a burp. I had a lot of fiber in my diet, a lot of like chickpeas, the hummus, and all that kind of stuff. And again, that I'll tell you what, if you have a hard time pooping, grab that coconut milk, coconut water. Wow. Especially I looked annoyed when I asked him for an autograph at Rye back in the day. Bernie was letting people sit in this green Jaguar. Bernie's got quite a personality, yeah. Yeah, he's well tight there, and in a good way. So great leader. Yes, I have used an outhouse. Man, the smell of those, woo, especially during the summer. Yeah, that's Barry. You hit the nail on the head. Exactly. They don't have that side there. It just goes right down. Man, good thinking by you, Barry. Intelligent creature, you magical intelligent creature. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in an outhouse. Yeah, we're not gonna poop in a toilet ever again. We will get. I'd love to get Torts on. He was going at a reporter the other day for something. I can't remember. Tracy's got her comment here. You interview Torts. I have not yet, but I'd love to have him on. Yeah, He does that. Some people just love him too. And I can see why. He's all fire, and it's too bad. It kind of you can't coach like that forever. I think they kind of, but coaches are always getting hired and fired all the time. See all the coaches in the NFL. We touched on that before, and the big one is Pete Carroll out in Seattle. That was a surprise, and I admire him. He's like 70-some years old, and he's still fired up out there. Yeah, good guy. Let me see. How does Tom interact with the fans? He talks a lot. I do. I know it's a surprise, but I do tell the story about pooping in the ocean in Fiji quite a bit. I know you're probably surprised that I do that, but that's actually the hockey players are well spoken. Yeah. I don't think the hockey players, the big thing, they just don't think they're kind of amazed. Maybe other people think something special. They just kind of like, well, I'm really not. I'm just play hockey for work. So let me see. Finally started doing something on a 54-point pace. Break my heart seeing a Ranger first round pick like JT Miller. I know that's the hard part. And then you see like Hughes over in New Jersey and all these other high draft picks doing so well. But listen, it's still a long way to go. I mean, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. I like him so much. The captain, good player out in Colorado there. Took him a few years to get going too, and now he's arguably one of the best. Well, not arguably, he is one of the best in the National Hockey League. Why do I forget his name? I guess I don't see him that much. It could be I'm getting old. Hey, no, don't say that. Torts after report, surprise. Yes. Yeah, they said something they're blaming. So Hayes got traded to St. Louis, and they're trying to blame him for some other high draft pick requesting a trade out of Philly, and Torts went right after him too. Hold on here. He's really easy on the ice. Oh, really? Is he good looking, Torts? Oh, okay. I don't really judge men like that, but yeah, I would love to get those guys on. That'd be a fantastic show. Fantastic show, eh? I don't think they'll come on. Although Ken Hitchcock came on, I was critical of him too. So I'll take clean toes after shooting in a part of a potty in Iraq. Well, good point. You've been through there, yeah. So Keith, I think, is a ex Army. I hope I said that correctly. I hope I said it right, but either way, he's a veteran. We thank him for his service. Yes, he probably has taken a crap in places that I wouldn't be. Although, so going over the farm, we didn't have a flushing toilet. We just had a bucket underneath the seat. We take it and so it was kind of like an outhouse inside the house. Just take it and dump it out in the farm, in the field someplace. Let's see what we got. Oh, McKinnon. Yes, Nathan McKinnon. Thank you very much. Nishukin. Cutter. Yeah, that's right. So it was Gauthier requested a trade, and they traded him. And somehow they blamed Hayes for telling the kid to do it or something. I didn't know the whole story, but Tony Long, hello. Were you taking a poop or were you doing? Torts, yes. Yeah, and Torts, it's funny so I've met him a few times, but he came into, I told the story, we had an alumni meeting years ago, and he was obviously coaching here. And so he came in and sat in the meeting, asked a bunch of questions. And it's funny seeing though, because Pat Hickey, he can talk. Him and Andre Dorian. I love Andre Dorian. He's a fantastic guy. We played together, good friend of mine. But Pat Hickey, I don't know as well, but when you're in an event with him, like he went to ask a question to Torts, and honestly, he went on for 10 minutes. It's like it never got to it. So I finally jumped up. I said, is there an effing question here? And everybody in the room was thinking the same thing, so it was pretty funny. Let's see. Tommy, you see what the other guys get paid now. I'm poor hockey guys still getting peanuts. I get it based on revenue and television contract streaming deals. In hockey? No, hockey players are making a lot of money now. I mean, they're not making what basketball players are, necessarily football players, but it's not like they're poor. It's not like poor hockey guys. The big part of that is TV revenue. Hockey just does not relate as much as these other sports on TV. The knock is a lot of people are just kind of average fans. It's harder to watch. They tend to try to watch the puck all the time, which people watch the game. Let me see. Tracy's saying that, hold on, that Danny Erickson's even better looking. This little, how's your wife doing? Talking to Tracy Marie, I don't think she's got a wife. Oh, What kind of accusation are you making here? How about the whole Aaron Rodgers thing where Jimmy Kimmel? Those guys knew what they were doing. Yeah, now everybody wants to watch those shows because they wait to see what they're going to say about each other. They're smart. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but they certainly weren't going to stop. Speaking of toilets and feces, Tom's job was when he was drafted by the Rangers. His dad, cleaning out the poop out of the horse stalls. Get back out there and finish cleaning up the shit. My draft day. Tom and his wife paid for a few members of the Flyers disabled veteran hockey team to get service dogs. Wow, that's cool. I did not know that. Thanks for telling us that, Keith. Yeah. Again, I think Torts is he's an intense man. He's not looking to be loved. He's looking to win and get the best out of the players. So, yeah. I mean, McDavid, Martin, those guys are all making like $12, $13 million a year. Like the average salary, I think the lowest you can get is $800,000 a year. I bet the average has got to be $3 or $4 million right now. So I hear you. It's not as much as particularly football and basketball. Some of those guys are making like $40 million a year. But that's right, Tony's wife. How is she doing? Yeah. There's no question. Listen, again, it's TV revenue is the big thing. Because people say it all the time. When you go to a game, like you go to a game at Madison Square Garden, you fall in love with it. Usually, people that are not hockey fans go, "Wow, this is incredible." Now, going home and watching on TV, it just isn't the same. You don't get the same feel to it. And it's just, and then the league's doing everything they can to try to change that. The outdoor games and all that stuff. But actually, I heard when the Rangers play the Devils, so they have an alumni game, and my understanding is that Henrik Lundqvist would play net in that alumni game. So that'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool for the fans. You asked me about my love life. I love myself. So it's excellent. Love the person I love the most. I don't know if you're asking me or not. I just, the whole Kimmel's job is to get up there and carve people. He's carved Aaron Rodgers for years, like calling him strange stuff like the wacky Packer or something like that. So I don't know why. I understand you don't want to get tied to pedophilia, but let's see here. Let's get these conversations going on. Keith Moreno, he's amazing. Tortorella. I saw Tortorella. Tracy, get off Tortorella. I thought, well, don't get that. That's fine. How do you and your teammates feel about those between period interviews? It's part of the job. Yeah, I don't think there's so much stuff that's just all part of it. I don't think we play about too much as long as we were playing hockey and get paid and had beer. That's all that mattered. She's doing very well. Okay. 2 more chemo sessions that she's done so far. Clean bill of health, except for the case of neuropathy. Very good. That's excellent. Good job. I'm happy to hear that. No, they go with a bunch of younger guys for the alumni game. So I totally understand that too. We're all cheering for you, Tony, you and your wife. So how's my love life? Well. I've got a buddy of mine who's a lawyer in Detroit, Jonathan Jones, and he listens to our Full Change podcast. And he's urging me to tell stories about past dating situations. Thinks that people like to hear it. So this past one we do a opening and a closing on our podcast. So I think on the opening we got into talking about some of the experiences. So I have, again, I'm told that I'm a good listener. I find that hard to believe, but I'm told. So women I tend to meet want to tell me all their problems. And I don't know if I'm listening or if I just don't pay attention, so they assume I'm listening. I tend to get, I don't know if they're women or everybody goes through situations, right? Especially older divorces and everything. So I've met, so I, for instance, met a lovely woman here locally. This is a few months ago. And I invited over for dinner, cooked her dinner, total gentleman, no fooling around. She said, "You be good." I said, "Oh yes, I'm good." And so she started telling me about her life, and she told me how she didn't have any friends, so she went on Craigslist to find a friend. and that at the time when she was married, she knew her husband was having an affair. So she was a Hispanic woman, dark hair, dark skin, and she put on a blonde wig to go to JFK Airport to spy on her husband there. So I'm listening to these things, and I guess I really was kind of going in one ear or the other. I really didn't pay too much attention. My son came over the next day, Shane, my oldest son, and said, "So what are we doing?" I said, "I had dinner with a nice person yesterday." And he says, "Okay, tell me about her." So I started telling this. As I'm telling him these stories, I'm realizing I should probably not call her again. There were some issues there. So that's kind of typical of my situation. The Rangers have had great interviews over the guys for years. Chadwick back, Cal Trowig, Dave Mooney's. Just great. Yeah, that is true. Very true. And they really make it easy for the players to make them feel real comfortable. And, because sometimes people will make a statement more than ask a question. Younger, aren't you the end all be all? Well, you need to have confidence in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, right? I don't know if I'm the end all be all, but here's a news flash right here. Torts' daughter is employed by the Hayes School System. Good thing we learned that from the great Dan Erickson. Now we can go on with the rest of our lives, knowing that we've got that piece of information. I'm just kidding you, Danny Erickson. When I began watching the Rangers, Tim Ryan did the game, and then he went, yeah, that's some really good people. Yeah. Oh yeah, no question. One person, Corey Hirsch actually says, "I have a target. I'm a target." If they really knew what was going on inside my brain, like again, I think it's right. They evaluated this whole thing, and I feel like that I'm a good listener. All the mental health stuff I do, so I'll be there for them. So it'll all be one big package. It'll be a relationship and built-in therapist. And of course, I think I can fix everything, right? So let me see. How do the Rangers rate in taking care of their alumni as opposed to the top of the list? Maybe Toronto, Montreal, those kind of places, but they're fantastic with us. Like I said, they're flying about 8 of us out to Vegas for this little trip, and it's really just a thank you trip. It's really not doing anything. So it's and that's just an example of stuff they do. When we go to events, they treat us first class. They're excellent. Jackie DiPiazza, Mike Fasulo, and others. And they get us involved like that, like even the fun stuff, like it was great. Like Adam Graves and he did it on video when I was dressed up in Santa Claus uniform and I gave that check to, so they pull us into that kind of stuff. And you just feel fantastic, right? So like they don't have to use us; they can use somebody else. Even just some guy walking out there, give them the check. But they get us involved in that stuff, and it's just excellent stuff. We do those charity games like we did in Mamaroneck on the weekend, just first class. Really good. You have to raise your vibration then. You have to raise your vibration then. You keep repeating some patterns. Oh, there's no question. I don't feel like I'm repeating a pattern. It's just what's comes into my world. Deb, I missed your look. Deb, how are you doing? The great Deb Anderson. Miners Hagen Anderson. So we're working on the book. The book is almost completed, despite what Susan Brooks says. Just going to put the finishing touches on it. So I have to raise my vibration. Apparently that's a thing, the vibration thing, right? So how do you raise your vibration? We need to discuss this. Okay. Here's a good, I like this. Oh, hold on. Where is it? They use who's available. And like that's, but we know this. It doesn't seem to stop. So apparently I need to do something different, but oh goodness. So okay. So my vibration. You track that. I just love when she's writing stuff like that. We could track that, you jackass. Oh my God. Oh yes, we know this. You're not telling us something we don't know though, Tracy. This is the problem. Tell me, us guys over 60, that the women are great, but many have baggage. I'm setting my ways, so it is what it is. You know, you are aging when 50-year-old women look back. Sarah Palin is around 50. Well, yeah, and that is right. So we've all, anybody that's 50, 60, divorces, all like raising kids, been through stuff. You're all those past experiences kind of shape who you are, right? How you think. So I still don't see the answers. Like Tracy's like attacking me, but there's no answers given. Like I increase my vibration. What do I do? Like get a vibrator? Or, I don't know what you're talking about there. I have one of those. My son actually and his wife actually gave me one of those back massager things in the back vibrated. That it came in handy a couple of times too. But goodness. But you attract that, you jackass, Tracy says to me. But there's no answers, right? It's just an attack. See, this Barry comes up. I mean, I'm talking about toilets, and Barry comes up with an answer, like he's the outhouse, right? They have the perfect toilet. Just drops down into the water. It doesn't hang on the side. Seriously, I wonder. You should check that out to see if the people that make the toilets also make the brushes and cleaning materials for the toilets, because it's designed. They're designed to, perfectly, so that if you don't get it right in the hole, it's on the side, and then you got to clean it. Let me see here. Tom's woman should be a clone of himself. I guess that's it. All right, here we go. So call me after the show. I'll actually answer my phone this time. Yeah, no kidding, right? There we go. Yeah. Try to call Tracy. It's like trying to call the Pope. For God's sakes. School you on. Okay. So you're going to straighten things out for me, okay? If you do that, maybe we'll take you to Vegas then, Tracy. Although Jackie did call yesterday, text me yesterday, said, so you're not bringing anybody. It's fun. Like, so if we're going to get you on, it's going to have to be done quickly. Vibration. So I've got all this stuff like cold water baths and all that kinds of stuff, and red hot saunas and taking cold showers. Now I've got to vibrate myself. I didn't think men did that. Excuse me. Let me see. Yeah. We should watch our recast of Nyland and Man James Patrick. Well, I've got the asking. Just not the word. Never. Nyland rest so tight. Yeah. I think they were really tight when they played together. So I don't think they talk to each other now, but yeah. Toilet talk. Hunters have toilet seats on their trailer hitches of their pickups. Oh yeah, I've seen that actually too. Yeah, you pull it down, taking a crap right there. That's pretty good. Yeah. See, there's something where it's like there's no bowl there to stain. Crap right there. Just have a seat. What the heck did you eat? Oh man, my diet with all the fiber I get in it, and sea moss and avocados, and like I said, the coconut water. What else do I eat that's really good? The chickpeas are good. There's a lot of fiber in that. Oh, my poops are excellent. Oh, goodness. I do have to be careful though. So the timing of it, when I have my smoothie, it's got chicken broth, avocado, sea moss, collagen peptides, all that, and it gets things going. I'll tell you. So I have to be careful of the timing. We get the time down. Like if I have the smoothie, I can be careful not to go to Costco and like that right away. Got to wait for like an hour. Although you can go to Costco and have a dump there too, Costco. But then you got to get your cart. You got to leave the cart outside. Sometimes people move the carts, and I got to get another one. So just a lot of hassle. So it's better just to wait, let things ferment. Hold on. I said it'd be tough for a woman to. Yes, that is, and you know what? She's totally correct too. I'm a little bit set in my ways. Hard to believe. So yes, either it's Tom's way. Well, I like I say, I make an effort, but then I was dating a girl that started the pandemic, lovely woman, and so she lives in the city, Upper East Side, and she wanted to come and stay with me. I thought that she was going to come and stay for the weekend, and when I saw all the bags, I was like, oh God. I thought, okay, we'll give it a shot. So like 3 days into it, now the pandemic's rare and everybody's shutting everything down. I said, listen, it's just, I got to take you back. It's just not working. And she was not happy with that. You're taking me back to the middle of the pandemic. So yes, that did not go well. She loved her expensive wine too. So she brought some bunch of expensive wine, and she was not too happy when she was unpacking the car in her apartment, and she was rushing to get away from me. And she dropped one of her expensive bottles of wine on the sidewalk. Oh, man, that did not go over well either. You're taking me back to the center of the pandemic. Yes, it's either that or you may not make it any longer. I did a 3-day water fast last year. Nice. No poop, safe toilet. Yeah, there you go. That's very healthy for you. That I'm learning more and more about how healthy that multiple day fast is. They resets the clock and everything. See here. Good morning. What's going on? I missed that comment, Tracy. What idiot? What? Oh, for taking why am I an idiot now? Pourquoi? Pourquoi? Let me see. Yeah. When was the last? That's me a mess thing. Yeah, doesn't happen. Those I can't go to bed with dishes in the sink or anything like that too. You got to clean them. I don't use the dishwasher. I clean them myself because I'm single. So the dishwasher, all my dishes would be in the dishwasher before it's filled up. I have no dishes left, so I just clean it as clean as you go, clean as you cook. Yeah, you don't need Metamucil. He talks about it all the time, brags about his Metamucil on regular. We're home. Gio was discussing dumping at work. Yeah, that doesn't bother me dumping it into like a public toilet. I mean, the seats sometimes get a little nasty. You gotta make sure you clean that off. But we worry about germs too much, I think. Germs on your butt. What's the problem with that? The Ultimate Fighter woman just shit herself during a match. So I shit myself one time in LA. I was just retired and they had me working the radio, and I was going to a Lakers game to cover the Mark, don't be jumping ship and saying hello to Tracy. Can't believe that. And it was driving, so it's going through a bad area to get there, and I had to poop, and I couldn't have driving. I just had to let her go right in the car. Oh man! And so I obviously had to turn around and call him and say, "Listen, I had the flu. The flu out my butt." A little bit of heat. I don't notice how bad. Like my son comes over, and he starts laughing like, "Can you turn the heat up a little bit?" Because I just don't notice it. I like sitting outside. Oh, at night when it's cold, get all bundled up. Got a space heater out there. Get my smart TV out there. Especially on Sundays for football. Oh yeah, might have a couple of cocktails out there too. Just for. Have you seen Dana White talking about the benefits of a 96-hour water fast? I have not seen that. I've seen other people talking about that long, multiple day fast, how good it is. Like all that, I probably don't have the right terminology, but how it resets your system and everything. So, you see here, was that the woman that got hot water? No, that was a different one. Another woman. I just cleanliness, just respect, right? That's all. So this woman I'd come over, and she was, I don't know what she was doing. It's like she was taking a bath in the sink in my kitchen. So I come into the kitchen and there's water everywhere, all the countertop. I said, okay, if people make a mess of it, but you clean it up. I was like, I said, who's going to clean this up? She looked at me like I had two heads. I'm cleaning it up. Goodness gracious. What does Tracy have to say now? I can't understand why you track these nuts with all this commentary. I think maybe Tracy's being sarcastic. I'm thinking. Oh, there's no question that Tom Smith, we were talking in between podcasts one day, and he looks at me and goes, "Tom, what's the common denominator with all these women?" And I was looking at him like, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, it's you." So yeah, there's no question. And Tracy, you're not telling me something I don't know. There's no question. It's something to do with me. I'm just not getting answers. I'm supposed to vibrate myself. Take a vibrator of myself. Someplace is what you're telling me. Tony, have a good day. We're getting, geez, we're at 58 minutes, man. I can babble, can't I? Oh, man, but it's all intelligent stuff, though. One time at work, I'm in the hall, and my boss, the president, and the CEO walked in as I was in the stall on purpose. I let out we were in, actually, Tom Smith and I were in the city. We're doing the Amazon radio show. And I had to go in, and Tom was, I was sitting down taking a poop, and some other guy walked in too, and I let one rip. Man, I thought the toilet bowl was going to break. We didn't know the guy's going, what was that? Oh, that's funny. That is funny, Jack. You do that, yeah. Oh God. This is a nice, like Tracy is to everybody else, right? I'm a jackass, but be well, Tony Long. Be well, jackass. Like I think I want her voice probably changes too. Like it's like we say, "Be well, Tony Long," like soft and sweet. I mean, it's like me, it's like jackass. Rubber women, get yourself a tire patch. Yeah, but that's not helping things, Tracy. We're not arguing that fact at all. It's just like, want to change. You're always looking to get better, right? What we got here? What we got? Tracy's sweetheart. Oh, good gosh. Danny, you have been brainwashed. Where's our great Barry Shelley here? Being the prankster you were while playing, surprised you didn't put plastic. Oh, we did that. Yes, we did that. Yes, totally. Yeah. Puts plastic back over there. Especially guys used to go to take pee. You're gonna be my wingman, or is it somebody else? You can't be. You're not being nice to me now, right? Every time I have to go to my superintendent's office, I let one go. I was on a plane. I think I've told the story before. I was on a plane one time. I was in the middle seat. A guy to my right at the window, big guy too, but he was a real nice guy. But like you just feel the heat coming off him. And the guy was an aisle seat to my left, pretty boy. He's like wingtips and all that kind of stuff. So the guy to my right ripped one, and it stunk bad. So the preppy guy starts staring at me like I've done it. I was like, "What the F do you want?" I was gonna like throw the other guy under the bus. Mind your own business. That was right at the start of like a 5-hour flight too. So. Oh, it's a stinky one too. Remember, like your own farts don't smell as bad, right? You see, was it Deputy Duguay? No, it wasn't Deputy Duguay. All right. So I've got to call. So just so you guys know, and I'll do a report on how this goes next week. Show. I'll be calling Tracy after the show and see how I vibrate myself. So yeah, this would be interesting. Vibrate a poop right on myself. Everybody have a fantastic week. Again, 988 is that hotline for suicide and mental health awareness. If anybody needs any help, you can contact me. I'd love to help you out. Again, I'm not a trained therapist, but I'll be here for you. And let's make sure we help as many other people as we can. You don't put yourself in danger, obviously, or your family in danger. But again, if you see somebody you think needs help, please reach out to them. So everybody have a fantastic weekend. And again, I can't wait till next Thursday when I can report how the conversation went with Tracy. I'll try to take notes of all the stuff she said. Maybe I'll tape the conversation too, so there can be no disputing, because she may try to say that I mischaracterize things. So, all right, buddy, have a fantastic weekend.